Are you ready, YouTube? Because today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Elite Series 7 D-Generation X, the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and the game Triple H. So a quick little bit of background on these two figures. I've been looking for them for quite some time. Prices on eBay are ridiculous. To give you an idea, there was one guy that was selling it for $300 the pair, and I said to him, look, I'll give you $150, and he knocked me back, and gave me a lot of shit, actually. Kind of really pissed me off. You'll never find it for this cheap and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, long story short, I ended up getting these guys for $100 the pair, which is a ridiculous steal and a really good price. Why they're so expensive, I don't know. A lot of the old Mattel Elites are quite pricey. I guess it's because it's the last modern DX Shawn Michaels and Triple H figure that we got. The Shawn Michaels is actually the main figure that I wanted, and it just so happens that the set came with a Triple H as well, so that for me was a bonus. But two really cool looking figures. I'm very excited to get them opened up and out of packaging. I remember as a kid watching DX come back, and that for me was awesome. I was always a big Triple H fan, and my best friend was always a big Shawn Michaels fan. And when we started watching wrestling in 2003, 2004, those two were really big rivals. And I remember the Bad Blood Hell in a Cell match. Obviously, there's the great SummerSlam 2002, Shawn Michaels' return, and Armageddon, and the feud that they had there. But it's just such a great rivalry. It's my favorite rivalry of all time because that's one that I grew up watching. So when they finally teamed up, it was great because, me and my friend were like, this is awesome. Finally, we don't have to bicker and argue over who's better, Triple H or Shawn Michaels. And they did really well. Obviously, they had some good matches. It was obviously completely different DX to the DX of the Attitude Era and the 90s, which I think was a much better DX than the one that we got in 2005 onwards. This particular attire, I never actually saw. I stopped watching 2007. John Cena sort of turned me off a little bit in how he was mowing through people, which was a bit of a shame. I did tune in and see the occasional match every now and then, did see these guys take on Rated RKO, which was another favourite tag team of mine. But two really cool figures. They come with some great accessories and everything as well. So I'm very excited to get them opened up, out of packaging, and hopefully give you guys a cool review. And taking a look at the back of the packaging, two great shots of Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I really love the DX Shawn Michaels. You can tell that obviously that was Triple H's team in 2005 onwards. Shawn Michaels really played a backseat role to Triple H, unlike the original DX. Read-ups on the back is just the generic sort of read-up. One thing that is kind of cool is it has like a did you know section on each of the packaging. On Shawn Michaels, it says that basically Bret the Hitman Hart referred to them as degenerates, and that's how they got the name DX. And on the Triple H one, it talks about the rivalry in 2002 with Shawn Michaels, and how he gave Shawn Michaels a DX t-shirt and then pedigreed him, one of the best betrayals of all time, and then how they eventually reunited. One of my favorite DX matches would have to be the Hell in a Cell with Shane McMahon, Big Show, and Vince. I remember watching that and loving that Hell in a Cell match. That was a really big highlight for me. I think that was 2006. Could be wrong, but Big Show's the ECW champ at the time. I really rated as well. Other figures in the set, hopefully you guys can see. You've got David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd I know from watching now, but if you'd asked me back then, I have no clue who they are. I still don't know who David Hart Smith is. John Cena, obviously, Fruity Pebbles attire. Hornswoggle, that figure is ridiculously expensive too, and I have no idea why. I don't know why he was in DX. I don't want to know why. That is something that should never have happened. And I really do not like that character at all. And again, someone let me know in the comments too. I did try and get back into wrestling by watching an episode of, I think it was Raw or SmackDown, and at the time it was Vince McMahon in a steel cage, and he revealed that Hornswoggle was his son, and I was like, what the hell is this rubbish? Turned it off and didn't watch it again for years. So I really do not like Hornswoggle as a character, or have no idea why they decided to put him in DX. Anyway, let's get Triple H and Shawn Michaels opened up. Okay, and here we've got DX, HB Shizzle opened up and out of packaging. Probably my favourite Shawn Michaels moment in recent memory would be his super kicking of Sting at WrestleMania 31. The actual match itself, I loved. Triple H, I really don't like after that match. But Shawn Michaels was excellent in that. I love the cameo super kick. That was pretty awesome. The character himself, I guess, has essentially become a lackey for Triple H. The whole good guy Shawn Michaels character I don't think exists too much anymore. Really happy I got to see this guy wrestle as part of DX in Melbourne back in 2006. That was great. And definitely a match I'm really happy I got to see. Shawn Michaels, of course, came in 2015 as well as the Raw GM to replace the recently fired Hulk Hogan. In terms of the figure, there's a really nice face sculpt on Shawn Michaels. Hopefully you guys can see that. Nice detail on the hair at the back as well. The early Mattel Elites, I feel, were a much nicer quality than what we've been getting lately. And just to compare, I'll bring in a basic Shawn Michaels, which I'm pretty sure is the most recent Shawn Michaels figure we've gotten. And you can see just the difference level. The face is the same, but the hair, obviously the level of detail on it, there's a significant difference. It is, the exact same face sculpt on these figures. Now, moving down, obviously nice detail with his trademark arm tattoo, the DX wristbands, the fluoro green, always nice. And then I love these camo shorts, slacks, tights, whatever you want to call them. These look really cool. If you can let me know in the comments below when he started wearing these, that would be appreciated. The last time, or I guess the DX Shawn Michaels I'm familiar with is the one where it's like the green X's, which was supposed to be a Walmart or Walgreens exclusive that came out in 2016 this year, and I don't know what's been happening with that figure, so I'll have to make do with this one, but still a really nice Shawn Michaels. And just to compare, we've got in here with some other Shawn Michaels figures. I think this one is probably my favorite. The WrestleMania 14 is another favorite figure of mine, but this one I think is a lot nicer. Definitely better accessories. Has the same elite articulation. Yes, it's missing the chest hair, I suppose, but definitely a really cool Shawn Michaels figure. Now, in terms of accessories, he comes with a DX hat, which is really cool. There's nice detail on that. Obviously, the glow sticks and the DX. I'm going to call it a poncho kind of thing because it's not really a shirt. It is a little bit awkward to put on, if I'm honest. A shirt, I think, would have been a lot nicer just in terms of how it would have been positioned on the figure. It looks like it is, way too baggy. But still, I love the 00 DX Army shirt. I remember when that came out. That was pretty cool. So very glad that we get some good accessories with this guy. Okay, next up we've got the game Triple H. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the Mattel Triple H figures. For some reason, the face scans on these are really bad, I think, anyway. The newer Triple H figures are okay, but whenever they do a retro Triple H, there's just something about it that I think looks really bad. I'll bring it forward so you guys can see. This is one of the better Triple H face scans, but I don't know, something about the cartoony look, or I don't know what it is that I just don't think looks accurate. Maybe part of it is I'm used to the Jakks, in particular the Jakks R3 Triple H face scans were incredible. Probably the best Triple H face scans of all time, like ever, are the Jakks R3 ones. Still kind of a cool looking figure. You can see obviously he's got the DX tank over the Triple H logo there, and then on the back is the same as well. I mean, not a lot to Triple H. Certainly, I think this is the weaker of the two. In terms of articulation, ball jointed head, ball jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel wrists, ab crunch, swivel waist, swivel in the thigh, swivel in the legs, double bend at the knee, swivel in the boot, and swivel in the ankle. So your standard Mattel articulation. But yeah, it's a shame that Triple H doesn't have a little bit more going for him. And here we've got Triple H's accessories. Obviously, you can see there he comes with a really cool Army-style DX hat. I love the way that looks. That's very nice. And then the DX shirt, which is kind of a cool shirt, actually. I really rate that. DX Army on the side, nothing on the back, but a really cool figure, absolutely. And just so you guys can see, I guess we've got the complete DX Army now. Some really cool DX figures we've gotten from Mattel. They've done an excellent job. Really happy to get these two and add them to my collection. They've been on my wish list for a while. Really great figures. If you get your chance to pick them up for a good price, 100%, don't think twice, do it. They're really cool figures, really cool accessories as well. They fit in great with the other Mattel DX figures. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the WWE Mattel Elite D Generation X figures.